I'm back and we're gonna film a video on how to shoot cars this time. So I briefly mentioned how to shoot cars in my shoot and edit video, but now I'm actually gonna go in depth on how to shoot cars in person. So you can look at my editing video later. This is just purely gonna be on how to shoot cars. Okay, so we are gonna take this BMW 435i. Brandon, what kind of wrap is this again? It's a flip wrap, so it's blue and like a mint green. Just some quick stuff before we do our shoot. I'm gonna run through some stuff real quick. So we are gonna do some still shots first around the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna take advantage of that. Also, this is like a matte car, so harsh sunlight doesn't play an absolute huge role with ruining reflections. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. Time of day and like conditions is everything. Like these conditions aren't ideal, but when you're shooting like a matte car, it does make it a lot easier. So I normally do not use a strap really, but this is gonna be set up here for shooting out the window because I'm also going to do rollers today as well. So basically it's going to be for me to hold on as I shoot, but we're not going to need that for now. I'm just stating that. So we're going to do front shots now. I like to get really low for these type of cars. I like to get really low or really high. It's kind of hard to do an in between. Get a little bit higher than eye height and like knee height basically. So I'm going to start with knee height. I see this car in the background, so I'm gonna use the car to my advantage, this car to my advantage, and get it out of the way. My shutter speed is 1/400th of a second. F-stop is 63. F-stop is 6.3. Let's see, I'm gonna get low now, so let's get these low shots. And I'm gonna move to get that car out of the way right there. Ow, shit. Also, try and shoot both portrait and landscape depending on what the client wants. In my case, it's going to be both. So you'll see me going like this and then going like this, and I'm getting like the same shot, more options for everyone. That a lot of people don't like is when you shoot and then you look and then you shoot and then you look. Personally, I like knowing how my photos are going to turn out, and I don't care what other people have to say. So I do this quite a bit. I shoot and I look and I shoot and I look. And because I'm just trying to make sure everything looks right, and I'm not trying to look, I don't care what people say. Like a lot of people call it like chimping or whatever it's called. Chimping. Why the hell is it called? Because you look like a monkey going like this. Oh, so basically, can you get it like eye level? So personally, chimping is okay by me, just going in and out and looking, because you want to make sure everything's right. Light is always changing, and so you just want to account for these changes. So you're going to look at your camera, unless if you shoot a lot of film and you're already good at it, then just ignore what I just said. Also, be sure to tell your client or the person controlling the car, what you want. I just told Brandon to straighten the wheel because I thought the shot would look better. If you don't tell him these things, people won't do it. So tell them what you want to get the shot done. They want these pictures as best as possible, and I want to take them as best as possible. Also, as you come to walking around the car, you start to see new spots. So this was mostly just for the front, but I came and I see this side looks very nice and like cinematic looking or whatever. So I'm now just gonna shoot here. The car is already perfectly in place, so let's just do it. Also, when I'm shooting here, depending on bright side and dark side, I'm always changing my settings. But I'm overall keeping the photo very bright. I'm also shooting in neutral, so keep that in mind. I'm more of a after post person, so I add all the color in later, or boost up the colors after, but if you want to do it before, it's totally fine by you. So we move locations now. The first location I did was more zoomed in, so those were kind of the close-ups. This shooting down this way, allows me to widen the lens, so I can now shoot a little bit wider. So these are going to be the more wide, and the sun is coming down this way, so it's going to be bright and wide. And so basically, if you can imagine this being edited, I like to imagine the picture already taken in my mind. So I have the picture here and the car, well, here, and I have the car right there, and I'm gonna add some light in from the sun just to emphasize the good light coming in. So we're gonna do that, and we're not gonna do too much zoomed in. We're probably gonna do nice wide shots because there's not a lot of like crap in the background basically. It's like to take a quick walk around the car, and we'll just make sure everything's looking nice and cinematic, because I may be shooting this way, but if I see an opportunity to shoot this way, I will. Another good thing to do is ask your client if there's any particular shots that they like. If they saw something in like a magazine or on Instagram or something, and they see a cool thing that they liked, they can maybe show you it or explain it, and you can try and make it happen as much as you can. So this is going to be a quick example of what I'm going to be doing out the car, not this car, the shooting car, in a second. I'm going to have my hand wrapped around my camera like this so I don't drop it. You get out, you zoom basically fully out for the type of shot you want to do. This will be easiest to zoom out. And then you're going to go about 55 on a nice road. You're going to kneel down and you're going to hang out the window and get as low as you can, because the road will look really nice at the bottom, and then you're going to snap them. It's important that your shutter speed is going to be like around 1/20th of a second to 200, and you're going to probably want to have like a more wider open, you know, aperture. So those are just some things to keep in mind, because you want the road, when you shoot, you want the road to drag, and you want the car to be really clear. I'm going to throw an example picture up right now. So in that picture, I hold really still with this. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to hold very still, take the picture with my thumb, and keep the camera still, and have the road move, obviously, because we're going like 55, and the car is going to be going the same speed as us. So it's important you need to stay still and follow the car, or else you're going to go and hit a bump and get a blurry shot, because the whole thing's going to be blurry because you're shooting at a slower shutter speed. So this slow shutter speed is important. You want to keep the car very still. What we're going to do now is I'm going to get Brandon on a phone call. It would be best to do this. He is in his car. I'm in the shooting car. So I'm going to be hanging out this window right here. And we're going to head to a freeway where there's nice lines in the road. So I'm going to try and have Brandon get to where the back wheels of this car is with matching his front wheels. So we're going to go about 55, 60 miles per hour when I stick out the window. Just some more tips. This car is like more of a matte, you know, semi-gloss color. If you're shooting full glossy, mostly if they just washed their car too, you might want to shoot it not on a day like this. You might want to shoot it on a cloudier day, or shoot it on a day like this just at sunset. I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It's super fun to do these shoots, by the way. The person driving the car and you has such a fun time sticking out the window and getting all these cool shots, and I'm absolutely blown away by how fast you can get really good shots from this too. So those are basically all the tips. And then now I encourage you to watch my other video on how to basically edit. I do go a little bit of detail on how to take those type of pictures, but I mostly go into detail on how to edit. That's like a full in Lightroom type of video. Yeah, that's about it. So thank you so much for watching. Shoot me any questions you have in the comments, or send me a message on Instagram or something. So thank you. And please subscribe. I'm doing more stuff like this all the time, and like the video, and thank you.